All right. Official recording started. Do you have a replay that you want to take a look at?
I did. I just loaded a couple. So we were doing offlane, were we?
Preferably, just
Yeah.
because I think I can.
Yep.
I'm sure that I can teach people to be like pro level offlaner because
Yeah.
I
Cool.
play
So
it all the time.
yeah. So this might be like a funny coaching session for you. Like I said, like I have barely played core. Like I'm talking like probably count on both hands the amount of times I've played core. Like
I
only
think it's
because
good though as a
yeah.
support to understand the core rules. Like if
Oh,
even if you're
I
looking to
understand.
support,
Yeah, I agree completely, and I know that I need to because like I was against a troll in the lane the other day, and I'm like, I don't even really know what troll does. Like, he throws axes at me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, he spins these whirling axes or something, slows me and gets armor or something. You know what I mean? But I don't.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
I need to know because I need to like be able to outplay him, sort of thing.
What? Yeah, exactly. One of the best things that I ever did was learning to play Invoker. I was just playing Invoker for fun, and the reason that it was good is because like Invoker was being played a lot,
Yeah.
and there were a lot of times where I'd see like a level 5 Invoker run at me,
Mm.
and I'd be like scared of him, like he's gonna meteor tornado me and just fucking destroy me. But
Yeah.
after playing Invoker, I started to realize like he can't just do that at level 5. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
started to know the
Exactly.
timings where he could actually kill people and the
Yep.
timings where he's just weak.
Yep.
Instead of just viewing him as, because he always looks the same. You see this invoker, he's got these big glowy orbs, he's casting spells, but
Yeah.
level 5, like his shit does no damage.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know that. Like I knew it, but I didn't have a feeling of like
Yeah.
I look at an invoker and it's like I know this guy can't do shit, and if he's trying to do something to me, he's just faking it
Yeah.
because I play that hero and I know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got a lot better because of that.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel the same. So I've, like I said, like I normally only ever play Pods 5, but like I've have played little bit of offlane, but I'm not like I don't. That's why I'm like getting a session because I don't really know what I'm meant to be doing really in the offlane. I just
Yeah.
generally just support old mate and try and harass the crap out of the guys in the lane. You know,
Yeah, no, that's good.
the
The
only
thing
thing I
is,
think I'm good at countering is sort of like knowing like when they want to pull. You know what I mean? Like because I play pos 5, I'm like, oh, this is the time that they'd want to be doing it if they're going to be doing it, and I can go over and try and stop them if you know what I mean.
right. That's exactly why like learning how to play offlane is good, because then you're gonna know
Mm,
when the offlaner wants to pull. I
mm.
was actually making a video which I scrapped because there was a on Reddit there was like a post that was very similar, but I was making a video on like what you need to know to play each role, like personality types that fit each role.
Yeah, I
And I
remember you
think
said that the
for
other day. You were
yeah,
on that video. Sorry.
and I think for the 4 position, you need to like know how all of the other roles are played, because you're just like rotating between all the lanes.
Mm,
But for 5, you basically just need to know how the offlaner plays.
yeah,
Like knowing how your carry wants to play is good too,
yeah,
but knowing how the offlaner plays is like incredibly important, because your second priority after helping your carry is to like um fuck over the offlaner essentially.
yeah.
Okay, so first and foremost, I would say it's really dangerous to start with fire spirits first, because if you go over here and ward and they go on you, you could just like instantly evaporate. I would just save the point, because
Yeah,
you could still get this. You could still get this later on.
yeah,
Also, one thing that you can do is like, as you know from supporting, a lot of the time you'll like run into the offliner when they run over and put the ward here.
mm-hmm.
So if you know that you're laning solo down here, so I'm not sure what the lanes were, but if you knew that you were laning solo, or even if you didn't know that you were laning solo, you could Icarus dive your way to the lane to get there quicker to place
Oh yeah,
a ward. That's
that's a cool
that's an
thing. Yeah,
option.
nice. Yeah, that's a cool tip.
Because like 281 movement speed is pretty slow. So let's see, who's the guy supporting against you? Well, Jug is scouting out to the lane, but he's going kind of slowly. So if you were to Icarus dive, you'd definitely get there before he does.
Mm, yeah, that's cool.
So let's see. All right, so let's see. So generally for offlane, the pre-level 1, the pre horn stuff matters a lot, because a lot of the time you're the lane that's supposed to be applying pressure. A lot of the time you're the strongest lane in the game.
Yeah,
So you almost always want to contest their rune, and if it looks like it's something that you can't fight, you have like yourself go for this rune, and then you have the Knicks go for this one. So that way you'll at least get one. It allows you to get some harass on them, and then you can also like block the pull with the observer ward.
Yeah, cool.
So like this Jug over here, getting a rune solo is not good because he's 1v2 and he's getting a rune. So that's really good for him.
Yep.
You could just walk over here and make it so that he has to take like, you know, 100 damage to get the rune, and then you might actually get it. And he has only 3 tangos, so if you hit him like to 100 damage, that's a third of his regen gone. You know, that's the thing with the offlane is like you want to apply pressure as early as possible because the whole goal is to like get it so that the enemy carry and the support has less regen than you, and then you could just bully them out of the lane. And then they have to go jungle. Then you can take the tower. Once you've taken the tower, it opens up the map for your team. Your carry can come farm the bottom lane. Yeah. So now you go over and ward. This is good.
I don't know if I do. But...
Oh, okay. Well, looks like you are. You're chilling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you sentry block it. Nice. Yeah, this is good, dude. I'm telling you, you do some high level shit. Like going after the rune spawn is actually, depending on like the move speed of the people against you, where Jug is pretty fast. This is actually way better because they're not going to see you block this. And also, where did you see to sentry block this camp? Because like this is something that even immortal offlaners don't do.
Yeah, like, I saw it on Game Leap. They had a video on pulling, and
sentry blocking this is so annoying because then if they deward, they just deward a fucking sentry, and then that allows you to put a ward like right here or wherever you want to put it.
Yeah, it's a cool one too because it's up the cliff. So if they deward it, they've actually got to walk up. You know, it's one of those weird spots to find. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to find. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good ward. However, though, with that being said, you still, even though you go in afterwards and place these wards, you could still like fight this rune at level 1.
Yeah, 100%. I know. I'm always down for fighting. I'm at least like, I don't know why I wasn't in there. I think I was saying to the Knicks like, let's go, and he wasn't coming. I was like, oh, I don't want to go in on my own.
It's actually okay to go in on your own too, just because. Well, that's also a decent reason that you could save the point for Icarus time.
Yeah, good.
Because
point.
it would just make it safer for you to do this. Yep. And then like if you're going for 1 rune and 1 rune, that's actually fine because then they have to choose. Yep. And if they go over here, the Nyx stuns them, so that like guarantees you secure this rune even against a tri lane.
Yeah, good point. I remember that.
So let's see. So were you core or was Nyx core?
Nyx. I definitely wouldn't be core.
Okay,
this
so
was
you're
a while
like
ago this game because I had to find an offlane video because all I play is safe.
Yeah. So you're basically like a four roll Phoenix, which is good. Yeah. Okay, so they push the lane into you guys.
Yeah, so just like what? Like, can you just tell me, like, first of all, like, I don't know, what's an overall, like, what are we aiming to do in this lane? Like, overall, like, even in the sense, I don't know, like lane equilibrium, do we want to keep the lane close to our tower? Like, that's something that I would think we're trying to do.
Yeah, like ideally what the kind of winning game state for offlane now is that you keep the lane like right here, and a pretty good way to do that, especially in a lane where a lot of people, like a lot of teams will just do this even if they're in a winning lane just because it's so good, but you can just have the Nyx sit on the first wave and just get the XP because they're not going to kill him at level 1. Probably not. And then you can with the Phoenix cut the second wave and then drag the wave either in front of your tower, or it's kind of a pain in the ass to drag it here. On Radiant, it's a lot better because there isn't this fucking hill that you can... This tower a lot of the time will hit the creeps, but you can drag the creeps like all the way like this and in front of your tower. Yeah. The second wave, and that will guarantee that it gets here. So they pushed it into you, which is good. But the only thing is, because they pushed it into you, you're in the same situation as if you were to pull, except they're level 2. Yeah. And typically the lane that gets level 2 first will win. If
really?
they're
is that how like down to the thing it is? Like they've hit level 2?
It's right. It's like if this was like a competitive match, they would like destroy. Nyx would die right now. Like this guy would gale him right now, and then he gets spun on, and then he dies. Wow. But he doesn't gale him because he doesn't know that he doesn't feel like they have that kill potential. In fact, this guy is like, this guy's like totally out of position. Like he should die to Veno and Jug for sure. But so basically like pulling that second wave, it puts the wave here and then gets you level 2 first too, because you deny them that a whole wave. And then your Nyx gets level 2 because he has the first wave solo. So that's like a pretty good tactic that you can do. And I would say that in this lane, you guys don't actually win this lane. Like, you'd have to play this really well to win it. Jug Veno should beat a Nyx Phoenix. You guys are like, Phoenix is a relatively weak laner, 50 base damage, which is pathetic, 0 base armor. His Fire Spirits and Icarus Dive are terrible level 1. Dude, this literally does 40 damage. This shit's so bad at level 1. 40 damage.
Yeah.
And then this does 80, which is, you know, it's better. It used to only do 40 as well.
Yeah, wow.
But
so
yeah,
you're saying just as like a thing you can do is pull like me cut the second wave and pull it between our towers, which would make the next wave like go further up closer to our tower, and that also allows the Nyx to get solo XP because I've pulled a lane and he's going to be like sitting on the
correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Correct.
Cool.
And then also, it's like I said, it's better on this offlane because if you pull right here, you're guaranteed to be able to deny literally an entire creep wave. You'll get all the denies, and then the next wave will be right here. So
there you go. I'll ask after.
So it gives you basically a one creep wave advantage. Here, it's easier to pull in front of your tower. So like, they'll probably get an XP range for like 1 or 2 of the creeps after killing the other creep wave here, but it still denies them. Like, you'll still have like a 2 or 3 creep advantage, which will get you level 2 first. And if you get level 2 first, that's the way that you could actually win this lane.
Right.
So you guys can win this lane by getting level 2 first, or by like outplaying them, like either or. But Jug is like a counter to Nyx, so he should have no issues to play in this lane.
Man, I love just hearing like this stuff. Like it's like it just shows like I know how little I know, but like just that sort of like fine detail of they get level 2 first, they win. If we get it, we've got a chance. Like I'd never even like think of that concept. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of nuts just how close it is at like the highest possible level. Yeah. But there are like basically what it comes down to when it comes to like competitive laning is you have an idea if like, okay, if we get level 3 on this hero first, we have like an opening to kill them and then we can win the lane. Other than that, we lose. So you just do everything to get that hero level 3 or whatever, you know. That's how like
game. It's another game that I don't play.
Oh yeah, it's super tight. It's super tight and competitive. Also, the fact that you have a lot of regen, that gives you an advantage in the lane because that means you can just keep bullying them. And this guy has, so this guy has 2 tangos. So if you focus on taking his 2 tangos away, and then you still have a salve to work with. So let's say you trade your entire HP pool with him, and he trades his entire HP pool with you. He has no regen, you salve, and then he has to sit here in the tower for like a minute waiting for the courier. And then in that minute, you get an advantage. And then all of a sudden, you're level 3, he's level 2, and then you do win the lane. So like I said, you can like outskill him like that and shit. But once again, like if you want to go even deeper, competitively speaking, this guy, Venomancer, goes back to base, brings him a salve, and then that's no longer a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe it's not so good to kill him.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not. It just but let's see. Did you guys kill him? Yeah, you got first blood. That's definitely worth it. First blood is almost always worth it. So I would look to side pull right now just because the lane is pushing into them, and side pulling is almost always the play in the off lane, unless you can like dive them.
Yeah. So can you explain that to me? So as a offlaner, because I never play it, like is that what I want to be doing? Like I want to be using the hard camp to try and pull the lane back for us.
Yeah, so basically, like, as in this situation, I don't think you guys can pressure them that much unless you outplay them, which, I mean, you already did. You killed the Veno. But that happens. But, like, you know, in a perfect world, you guys can't really win this lane. But you can still go even in it. Like, you can constantly pull this lane back, which will deny creeps to them, and then put the lane in front of your tower where it's a lot safer and you can be a lot more aggressive, and it gives you that potential for, like, you know, killing. The reason you killed the Venomancer is because he was, like, super far up. The reason that the creep wave was super far up was because they fucked up and pushed it into you. But if you do the second wave pull, then it doesn't require them to fuck up and push it into you. It'll just be into you. So that's why people do that. But that's why you pull the second wave and no other wave after that, because the reason you pull the second wave is because the neutral creeps haven't spawned yet. And once they spawn, to pull the wave back, you just pull this camp. So basically like pulling this camp is good for those purposes of just putting the lane here so you can be more like safe. But it's also good for aggression because if you pull the wave here, the carry is going to be farming this, the support's going to be over here, or vice versa. Like it splits them up. It even forces the support to maybe come contest it. So it basically just opens up this opportunity for it's like, all right, I'm going to do this thing that you don't like. You guys are forced to make movements that you don't necessarily like. If you fuck up, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
So it opens up space for them to fuck up, basically. And then also, worst case scenario, you're just putting the lane closer to your tower and denying them a whole wave.
Yeah.
So you just in general want to do it because this like there's no way you guys can pressure them under tower. This Jug is just going to free farm. Veno's kind of getting hit because he's an idiot, but in fact, they're actually keeping the creep wave here, which is aggressive considering there are 3 range creeps. And then he kind of realizes it, pulls it in. So the timing, oh, you stacked. Oh my god, dude, you're such a good 5 actually. But the timing on this is if you look when it's, I never time things based on like seconds for whatever reason. I'm just more of like a visual person.
Yeah, I do.
So the
seconds.
timing for this.
Yeah, I'm a seconds guy. Yeah.
I don't know what the seconds is, but I would say like 50, I guess. But the timing for this is when the creeps are by the tower, you can pull it to here.
Okay, no, that's good to know. Yeah.
When the creeps are kind of like right here, you can pull it to here.
So you pull it when it's at the tower. I'd go through those trees.
These trees.
Oh, those trees when it's at the tower. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to make this pull to the right incredibly easy, you can tango one of these trees here.
Yeah.
And it's just so easy. Like literally any of these trees, and you can pull it down here, you can pull it here, you can pull it here. The Radiant safe lane pulls kind of nuts, actually.
Yeah, there's so much pulling, isn't it? Like it's crazy. The dyes are like so much harder.
Yeah, dire is like you can only pull it like this. That's it.
I've been finding it really weird. Can you go back down to those trees? See that brown tree? Like I know this is going to be a little weird thing. Yeah, I've been finding it really weird lately. Like I've been tangoing that tree, and then I've been trying to like go through to the hard camp, and it keeps pathing me right around the outside of the trees. Like I can't.
Maybe it's this stupid pole thing here.
Yeah, but what's weird, I can walk through from the left side to the right, but I can't go from right side to the left.
Okay, that is really fucking weird.
It's so weird. So I assume I've just got to do one of the other trees. Like
that is really weird.
It is super weird.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah,
you have a lot of tangos that you could just tango a bunch.
Yeah.
I'll always like just cut tree here, maybe cut this tree, just make it easier.
Yeah, cool.
Because the thing with like you when you have like a lane advantage, like when you can pull and you get a couple levels on them, it doesn't really matter if you have regen left because you could just kind of kill yourself to the tier 2 and then come back with regen, and it's always fine. Like especially if you pull, because if you pull, the lane is back here, and if the lane is back here, your core is farming, and if you let your core get solo experience because you kill yourself to the tier 2, he's like, fuck yeah, keep killing yourself, man. That's all. Like he's loving it. You know what I mean? He loves the solo XP.
And how much gold do they get? I think I was watching one of your videos and it said, what did it say? Like I think it comes up saying 125 to each person, but I think you said it's actually not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a visual bug. I don't know what, like that's from before they changed the gold like the gold calculations, but it's 100 gold split, so it's like they get like half a creep each.
It is. Okay,
and
cool. Yeah, right.
It's like it's barely anything. They don't even get experience, and experience really is like what matters in most lanes.
Yeah.
But you can see how hard it is for you guys to like do anything to them. You're just kind of like chilling here for like a minute and trying to pressure.
Yeah.
So like 2 pulls. I like that you stacked it.
Yeah.
That's just good supporting. I can see like your fucking 5-roll instincts
exactly.
are still kicking.
But then I don't. Then my instinct isn't like, oh, the creep waves. I see it too late because I don't play offlane enough. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I'm too
that's
late
like that's like a defensive instinct rather than like an aggressive instinct. Because like as an offlane support, you want to like pull the lane back so you can fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like I want to kill these cocksuckers. You know, you just want to fucking destroy them.
That's like I remember a video you said the crazy offlaners.
Oh yeah, no. To be an offlaner, you have to be a bit of like a bit of a nutcase. You have to be kind of nuts.
Yeah, nice.
Because your whole job is to just make the early game as easy for your team as possible by like creating space. If you're getting like 5 people to TP all to the bot lane and you're feeding 0 and 7,
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, who gives a shit? You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Cool. Cool.
That's fine. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So let's
Nice.
see. So they have a like they basically have a winning lane and an even. Actually, they have an advantage. Your next lane has 8 last hits. So if you had pulled, you guys would actually have an advantage here. Surprisingly, you guys are applying pressure to the Jug. I'm not sure how. He doesn't have any points of healing ward, so he's just sitting at low HP. But you could see like if you guys are right in front of your tower because you pulled, and this guy's sitting at this HP threshold,
Yep.
right here, you're just gonna bully the living shit out of him, you know.
Yeah. Cool.
And then the bounty respawn. 5 minutes is like once the 5 minute mark is about to hit. This is when pushing into the enemy team is good.
Okay. Yes. Yes. I get you. Yeah. So you can.
So this is good. This is good. And then you guys want to go get the bounties like immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so think about this. Like the bounties give about 80 gold right now to all 5 people on your team. So that's like 400 gold. So you get a kill on the Venomancer, but as a result, you sacrifice this bounty. So you trade it 200 gold for 400.
Yeah, wow.
And then I'm not sure if he gets this one.
I think we will.
So he got 800 gold for 200.
Yeah, wow.
So you definitely want to prioritize the like bounties are nuts actually.
Yeah,
You especially because there's an alk.
There's an
alk. There's an alk on the enemy team. So he actually gets 2.5x that. So this guy's getting 120 gold ish.
Yeah.
Or 180 gold.
Yeah.
For each bounty. So Alk just got like 400 gold. And then the rest of the team got 800. So it's like about 1,000 gold for those bounties. And you can see that they have like a slight lead. Let's see what it was before though. Okay, so they had a slight lead, but there was just a kill that happened too. So and a kill on Alk as well. So
yeah,
that kind of fucks things up. Yeah. See, you guys kill Veno and you kill Alk, and because of the bounties, they still have an advantage.
Yeah, wow.
That's just kind of like one of the bullshit things about Offlane that you never want to forget, just because it's like, well, guess I have to go get the bounties, because they're just worth too much. They're just like way too good.
Yep, yep.
Like people have thought for a long time that bounties should just be changed because like the entire game is dictated by getting them at a high level.
Yeah. It's cool.
So basically, you want the lane to be as far back as possible. Sorry, what?
It's cool how it causes opportunities and fights. I think because like,
that's true. That is true.
Makes the game more active. I think
it does. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like people always fight bounty runes, so you guys can maybe kill that.
So that's the concept of an offlane, like because that's what I found. Like I play like if I do play offlane, like I like to play like I think my other replay is going to be a keeper, and obviously he he pushes the wave a lot, like with his blast, whatever it's called.
Yeah, which is good, which is fine.
Yeah, but like so that's what you want to do. Like I don't want to keep blasting it under their tower. I want to be blasting and then pulling back. Do I like blasting, pulling back?
Exactly, dude. I'm telling you, you're getting things so quickly. I don't get it. I don't get it. What did you play before this? Were you like a professional LoL player? No, that's exactly why Coddle has always been such a strong offlane support. Like that's exactly because he can push. There's nothing you can fucking do about it because literally no other hero pushes as fast as Coddle in the early game. Right. He'll harass you while doing it, and then if you come over to contest this, he fucking blasts you again because it's a huge blast, and then he steals the creeps. He steals the creeps as well.
Yeah.
So it's this constant push pulling thing. You'll eventually get a lead, and then with like a level advantage, you can kill the opponents.
Oh, that's so good to know because
they leave.
That's so good to know because like I've never done the pull. Like I just keep blasting them under their tower. Like I'll put where I placed that ward I've placed now to see behind their tower, and I'll sit behind the trees and just blast them under tower. But now that I know to pull, I reckon that's going to be game changing. Like
it's fine. It's fine to blast them under tower and to just like dive them. But usually what happens is like there's this state of the offlane where you're just kind of farming and getting. This is something that actually like I don't want to say I realized because I would think about it, but more of like an instinct. But I kind of like conceptualize it. I was able to like write it down as something recently where like basically there are lanes in the offlane where you will lose between levels 1 to 3, but you start winning at level 4 and 5 because your heroes are just better with levels, or you start winning when you have boots or something like that. So basically what you want to do is you basically do this push-pulling bullshit until you have an advantage, and then once you hit a point where you just get that feeling, we can fucking kill them, that's when you just push, and then you kill them.
And then you
but sometimes you're wrong
able
about
to
that,
dive
and
them on
that's
the
okay.
tower.
Right, exactly. So it's like sometimes you can make the incorrect call and you think that you can kill them, but your calculations were incorrect.
Yeah.
And that's just like, you know, even like Sumail, even Sumail makes like incorrect calculations sometimes. But for the most part, like you want to play the game, the any lane like that. If you can get an advantage, like you want to get to the point where you have enough of an advantage that you think you can kill them, and then you kill them. But up until that point, there is this like lane push pulling like vision battle that occurs. You can even take it like steps further, where if you get to a high enough level where the supports will start contesting you when you pull, which I don't think that'll happen in this bracket for the most part, unless people are looking to fight you. Honestly, that doesn't even happen up until like 3.5k to 4k. People don't contest pulls because they just don't think about what the enemy team is doing. They just do their own thing.
Yeah.
But basically, like once you get to that level, you start thinking about ways that you can pull, where if the enemy support comes for you, they have to walk around a corner and put themselves out of position. So for example, like this is why this pull is so good if they don't have vision right here, because then the support needs to come all the way around because these trees block vision, and the only way for them to get these creeps to stop pulling is to get vision of them and hit them. So that's why like the radiant pull is so hard to deal with, because they don't need to pull this way. They can pull this way. And that means that instead of you going here to block the pull, you would need to go here to block the pull, which is around the corner and in vision and in a kill area for them. And that's why this camp is way harder to pull, because if you're a dire like 5-roll support and you want to pull the hard camp, you basically have to do it like this. But this is a fine area for them to be. If you could pull like this, that would be so much better, because they don't want to be here, but they want to be here. So it's like, basically what I'm saying is the higher and higher you get, you'll still be doing these concepts. It's just that you'll have to do them better, because people will be better at contesting you. People will know what you're doing, and you'll need to think of new ways to go about doing the exact same things. But that is basically the offlane. It's push pulling until you have an advantage. Once you have an advantage, you dive them until they leave the lane. Once they leave the lane, you take this tower. Once you take this tower, you go up here and rotate here, and then your carry goes down here and farms. You take this tower, then you have a 2-tower advantage, and then you just basically jerk off for 5 to 10 minutes, and you'll have a 6k gold lead, and then you just run at towers and win. You know, it's actually the same thing. It's the same thing at every single MMR. It's just that people will know that, and they'll be better at stopping you from doing shit.
Bro, that's the best summary ever, because that's almost like answered my whole thing. That's cool.
Yeah,
like
that'll be $50.
Yeah, send it to me now. Thanks. See you later. Nah, that's like awesome. So you push pull, so you get advantage. Then you can start diving them, going for kills, then pushing into the tower because you have the advantage. Keep pressuring the tower, rotate.
Yep.
Do the same, rinse, repeat.
At a certain point, the carry will just get really annoyed and like go jungle, and then it's a support, and then you kill the support like once, and then the support gets fucking bored and then goes to your offlane. And then you take the tower, and then you go to where that support is and make their life a living hell, which is the safe lane. And then all of a sudden the laning face is broken open. They're missing a tower. They TP. There's just some idiot jungling. They have a support in a lane who's super underleveled because you just killed them and won the lane. And it just like it breaks the game if you play it like that.
Cool.
It makes it so easy.
Awesome, man. That's really cool. Nice.
So let's see. Damn, you need some tranquils.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the health.
For the health, yeah. That's just Phoenix. I'm not a huge fan of tranquils right now, actually, on a lot of heroes, but...
Oh, okay.
Oh, the wand. He bought a full wand. Oh my god, I do that all the time by accident. Alright, so... Yeah, this lane is... I mean, you guys are definitely doing okay, but... Like, the Jug is doubling Nyx's CS, but... You know, like I said, you probably shouldn't win this lane. Like, you guys don't have a lane that's good against theirs.
Yeah.
The only reason you're owning is because Veno keeps feeding you, but yeah. So once again, this guy gets both the bounties. And you'll probably see here, like, as soon as they get that, the Goldie goes immediately to 1K. Let's see, what was it before?
Under 1K.
So under 1K.
Yeah.
And then it goes to above 1K. And he's just super low, so he's cool with this. He should stack this before he does this, but yeah, this is actually like decent what this guy is doing.
Yeah.
He's kind of the offlaner in this game, even though technically he should be fucking destroying you guys. Like Jug hard counters Nyx because you can't carapace to spin or stun or do anything. You just spin on Nyx and he dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got to get these matchups down. But that's obviously just more.
It's that's just like practice. We should probably go to another replay because
I'm getting it for you now.
I'm not super sure how to play Phoenix when it comes to mid to late game. I'm not 100% sure what people do.
Yep. Who do you like as offlaners?
As like offlane cores or offlane supports?
Offlane supports.
Offlane supports. Let's see. Like really high pressure heroes are good. So let's see. I mean, Mars is just a broken hero. If you could learn that, that's good. I think Wraith King's underrated.
Next week's underrated hero.
I think maybe. Actually, yeah, it is. He's good, man. He's got 60% win rate in pro level pubs.
Wow.
I think Abaddon's underrated. Oh, maybe I should put him as the. Anyway, let's see.
Funny pronunciations. I think I'd say Abaddon.
Abaddon? He does say that when you spawn him. He's like Abaddon. So really? I'm definitely wrong.
Oh, okay.
Oh, BH. BH is nuts. BH is a nuts hero.
Oh yeah, he is hard to play against. I find as a +5.
You just the fucked up thing about this hero now is like you can have barely any items and still kill the position 5 on the enemy team and get so much gold.
And the ward battles is just insane. It's like a +5. Like you just like the rev
invis.
Like rev to rev to rev. Like that's all you're doing all lane.
So with BH, you basically want to go. There are 2 builds that I see. I see like people do like Windlace plus Orb of Venom plus regen if they want to be more of like a roamer. But for the most part, what I see is just Windlace plus Stout Shield plus regen, because that way you could just like this hero has 320 base movement speed. Don't ask me fucking why, but he does. So he's really fast. So if you get a Windlace, you can just walk up to people and hit them with your Janata at level 1. Nobody can trade with you because you have a Stout Shield and because you have Janata, you have a little bit of regen, and then you're just constantly stealing gold from them. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, last game I think he had a Orb of Venom I played against.
Yeah, Uv is pretty good. You always want to probably get one. Nature's Prophet, if you're a good Prophet, is pretty good. Where's Rasta? Where's he at? Rasta is really good. Rasta is specifically really good, I think, because you've really good base damage, so you can deny, you can harass. You're really good with farm, so you can scale to be a core as a 4 roll.
How come you call him Rasta? Because he's a
that was his name in Dota.
Oh, okay.
In Dota 1, that was his name.
Right.
I actually didn't even play Dota 1. I'm just so used to people calling him Rasta that I call him that.
Yeah, right.
My God, I just realized it's not his name. I don't even know what his name is now in this one.
Shadow Shaman.
Do they have the lore? Oh, like you can't even search it. Like they have the
yeah.
About Shadow Shaman. Rasta. Oh, it is his name. His name's Rasta. It was just a starving youngling when picked up by a traveling
so it must be like Rasta the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
I think he was literally called Rastafarian in Dota 1.
Yeah, I got a mate I live with, and he always calls them the Dota 1 names. Like he calls Spirit Breaker like the rat.
Barathron?
Barathron? Yeah. He's always like, go Barra. And I'm like, what? Like he's like, oh, Spirit Breaker. I'm like, okay.
My God.
Yeah.
Is his name Barathrum? Oh, it is Barathrum in this one too.
Yeah.
Let's see. What are the other ones? Lanaya? No, was that her name?
Must be.
Oh man.
Oosh.
What are some of the other ones?
That's a funny name. Classic.
Ricky. People call Ricky Stealth Assassin. Jaina. Jaina.
What? She's Jaina.
She's Jaina, dude. Oh wait, no. Yeah, she's Jaina, I think. Or no, she's Jaina. Isn't she? Oh no, she's like this, just the sorcerer.
They're sisters or something, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. Look at our tangent. Look, you brought me on your tangent. No.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm awful with tangents, as you
Right.
know. All right, let's
I
let
am
me.
also. That's why I'm enjoying the ride.
Oh god, oh god, two people tangents. Hello,
Yeah.
Ellie. I'm coaching. Yeah, how's it going? What? What do I want to eat? Pussy. I'm
Mate.
just kidding. I coaching on Thursday. Yeah, 8:30 or something. Okay. I was just talking to my mom. No, I'm just kidding. That's my girlfriend.
Oh, I was like, what? I almost choked. I was like, shit.
Yeah, I was just fucking with you. All right, let's see.
Yeah, what's your deal, man? Have you just moved back to like home or something?
Yeah, I'm in Canada now. Thank God.
Is that where you are from, though?
Yeah, I
Right.
moved to the city that I grew up in.
Oh, okay.
Thank God, man. Let me tell you, not a huge fan of America. I like to go for like visits,
Yeah.
but that place is not for me. Not
Yeah.
for me.
Right.
People are just kind of rude there. You know what I mean? Just kind of mean.
Yeah, I've only been there once. Not for long.
It's it depends on where you go, I guess. It's a very diverse place, but
Yep.
I definitely prefer home.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
You ever
so
been to
let's see.
Australia?
No, I haven't. It's very far away. In fact, I think Australia is like the farthest place that you can go from Canada, and I think Canada is the farthest place you can go from Australia. Well, naturally.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's we're like literally on the complete opposite
Am
side of the
I?
planet.
It looks like I'm. Oh no, I'm gonna be offline. Oh, yeah, sweet. Yeah,
So
good.
let's see. You have an Undying. It's Undying plus you, I assume.
Yeah, he's just sitting in the base, having a great
He's
time.
just chilling.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
my mate.
there you go.
Cheeks.
Ah, cheeks.
I better be careful before I start writing him off. What the hell's this guy doing?
Oh, damn, that's a nice rank up. Legend to Ancient 3.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good stuff.
He's almost
Good for
ancient
him.
3. He's excited.
So on this hero, I might go maybe like, oh, you have a mango. Never mind. Carry on. I was gonna say the level 1 point where you need the illuminates.
Yeah, you don't have enough
Like
mana for a couple of shots before you get level 2. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Even the level 1 chakra is not that good. So let's see. Let's see like the level 1 contest stuff.
Yeah, we didn't
So
have the Undying. It was a bit.
yeah, that's unfortunate. So you walk up. You're kind of just chilling around, seeing what's up. Yeah, this is good. Although camera movement wise, I would definitely like. You could have vision of the silencer right now, camera wise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You want like when you walk over here, one of the best things about this is to like gain access to what the enemy team has in their inventory.
Yeah.
So like you can see that this guy has like, oh my god, this guy has literally the same build as you. Almost. Yeah, you can see that this guy has like a lot of regen. You saw the Nakes, so you'd see that he has starts with Quelling Blade, so he's an idiot. You could get a if you take his healing salve and 10 goes away, like he has no regen left.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you definitely want to try to get as much information as you can.
Yep, yep, yep.
And in this lane, you could pull the second wave as well. Again, like it's fine. It's fine to VP does that in almost every single game. Try to body block, doesn't work, but that's okay because shit happens.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. I remember in that AA video, I don't think I'd ever really body blocked until you brought that up in that AA video. And now I do it so much and it works. Oh man, like I swear I get so many kills just from body blocking.
Yeah, it's like the thing is at level 1 you have to do it because I love your wording, but you have to do it at level 1 because otherwise you don't have enough damage to kill people because like at level 1 you don't do damage with spells, you do damage with auto attacks.
Yep, yep.
So you need to get right click damage, and a good way to do this body blocking. Okay, so they saw you ward this. So the problem with warding in Vision like ever is that if they send a sentry out to deward this, they literally gain gold and experience because it gives more gold and experience to deward it as than the cost of the ward.
Yeah.
So like you basically never want to ward in Vision just because if this silencer is good, he should
Yeah,
He should deward that, but
that was
because it
definitely
literally
weird to me.
benefits him.
I normally always do that from the tree. I don't know what the hell I just did.
All right, I have a good tip for you.
Yeah.
So as a support in either of the side lanes,
Mhm.
basically the laning phase in terms of creeps used to be about not getting denied. That used to be like the big thing. It's like, all right, doesn't matter who gets the CS, doesn't matter if we even get the gold. We just want to not get denied, so we get levels faster.
Right.
But now with how they've changed the calculations, you get tons of gold from the range creeps, tons of experience from the range creeps, and jack shit from the melee creeps.
Right.
So basically, what competitive supports are doing right now is they will constantly use their nukes to nuke plus get ranged creep last hits. Because as you can see, like
Right.
Undying almost gets this deny. If you were channeling Illuminate, even if you don't do much damage to these guys,
Yeah.
and you get this
I
last
get
hit,
the last hit on the range.
right, you're getting the gold, you're preventing the deny, which gets you level 2 quicker,
Yeah.
and then you can start bullying them a lot harder.
Nice.
But you'll see like Fly and shit on Oracle. He'll literally cue the range creep with Oracle
Yeah.
preemptively, because it's just like, all right, I don't care if this harasses people. Range creeps are just so value that I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this last hit. Because if this Undying was a good player,
Yeah,
that's
nice.
your friend.
Yeah, sorry, it took me a second.
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
I was saying that as if it's like a random pub. I like to say that when it comes to
Right.
pubs, just because like
Well,
basically it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. It's
yeah.
like you want to play as it. I'm not insulting your friend, is what
Bro,
I'm saying.
shred him a
Like,
new one.
if you,
We do all the time. Like,
it's yeah, I'm just ripping him a new asshole. That's all.
yeah,
But, if he's not a complete fucking mongoloid,
yeah. Why? What? Say more. What the hell's he doing in Ancient? Say what we
he
say.
gets. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because if he was ancient, he'd get this deny.
Yeah.
He goes for it, but I think what happened actually. Does this apply an attack speed slow? Oh no, it's just a movement slow. Yeah, if he gets that deny and then you get the range creep last hit,
Yeah.
then you guys get level 2 before they do, and then if you have level 2 before they do, then you can chakra him and he double decays and then uses soul rip, and that's like 600 damage. Or you can chakra yourself, get more mana for blasting, and then he has soul. Like, you kill the silencer right now if you're both level 2.
Wow.
Although he's you wouldn't get it because you've been sharing experience, but you can see how little experience you have because of that deny. Like, this guy is pretty.
Yeah.
This shit face is pretty low, you know.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I hope you don't show your friend this.
Right.
I'm not putting this on
He will
Patreon.
crack up. He will literally crack
No,
up.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Aussies are a lot like Canadians. Just fucking give each other shit.
Yeah. 100%.
Swear at each other. Make fun of each other.
100%.
That's good. Yeah, Americans don't like that, man.
They're weird.
They think you're being.
They're weird,
They,
man.
they think they are, dude. They think that you're being rude, and it's like, well, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
endearing. Like, I'm
Exactly.
just fucking with you, you know.
Absolutely.
All right, so yeah, I definitely think like so you had one opportunity to pull, and the second one is coming up. So you push the wave even. So this is perfect. See,
And now I should have pulled there. Yeah, like I said,
yeah,
like only from talking to you in the last thing is that even really a concept to me.
especially because if you're like salving, then this is downtime where you're just sitting low HP. You don't want them to break it, so it's actually like perfect timing to just go over here, clarity, salve, pull. That's what I do on Pudge all the time. Like, if my hook is down and I'm claritying up and I'm using a salve, I'll walk over and pull, and it's like, it feels like just this perfect timing because I don't want them to hit me anyway at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still doing something effective while salving up and claritying up rather than just sitting in the trees.
Okay, here's a question. Is there any time where it's good to just keep, like, is there any time like where you wouldn't pull, like you just keep pushing like under their tower?
If you can kill them.
But that's like what you said. Generally, you wouldn't be doing that until you have like a level advantage, or maybe level 3 or something, or skills enough to kill them. Generally,
right? Exactly.
So you generally push pull a little bit, at least a couple of waves, and then if you got an opportunity, then or maybe a tri lane, maybe like you could just push non-stop.
The thing with the tri lane is like, God, it's really hard to dive at level 1 because the tower is like really strong, but it doesn't get any stronger, So in general, I've seen it in competitive, even like hero combinations that look like they should push really early and just destroy, they don't, because it's just kind of like, I'd rather wait until it's guaranteed that you can fuck the enemy team over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
nice.
like I've seen lanes that should be able to dive just not dive because they don't want to risk it and because it's not really like crucial to the win condition of the game. But then eventually, once it's like super easy to dive and they have some items, then they do it. Once they have some levels and items, then they do it. But in pubs, you know, you can be pretty ballsy if you want. I think, like, get like a one level advantage, get like one item, and be like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna dive them.
Mhm.
You can go for that because in pubs people are worse. They're not gonna play like pros where they'll just TP everybody in and kill you and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like generally speaking, I would say yeah, like get like one level, get like a one level advantage, maybe like a bracer on somebody, boots on somebody else, bottle, some shit like that, and then but usually like let's see like good diving heroes. So like Bat Rider is really good because you just throw the napalm on people and then you Firefly. You don't even take tower aggro.
Yeah,
Let's
cool.
see. Doom is pretty good because you can tank the tower.
Yeah.
Nature's Prophet is really good because you have the treants. You can tank the tower, and the worst case of diving is that you guys just dive them, harass the shit out of them. Somebody TPs in or they run into the trees. As soon as the wave looks like it's gonna die, you don't go back this way. You go this way and then cut the next wave and then just bring it here or pull it to a camp and then farm it with the camp.
Yeah, cool.
So it's basically like there's not that much of a punish for diving as long as you're paying attention to your creeps. And the moment they die, you just be like, all right, we're gonna go and cut the wave. Because the thing is, if you're diving them, they're not farming the creeps. So if you dive them, prevent them from farming the whole creep wave because you're just being aggressive pieces of shit, and then you cut the next wave, you've essentially denied them an entire wave because you can deny really easily under tower and then run and take this. So you're not losing anything, and you're just forcing them to like hide in trees while creeps are hitting their tower, and that's obviously fine, So like if you're ever incorrect about being able to dive somebody and like you can't kill them, it doesn't really matter because it's more about like applying the pressure than it is killing them. It's just like, all right, we're super huge. They can't kill us if we do this. Let's just pressure them. Let's just be assholes.
Yep.
So let's see. So he gives you a salve. I feel like they have a ward. Where's their
Yeah, I
vision
feel
at?
it's right there.
Where is it?
I feel it's right in that corner.
I swear to God. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
yeah.
there it is.
Yeah, I'm the same. Like watching this, I'm like, they have to have a ward every time. Lifestealer kept like running at me, like when I was about to charge. Oh.
Damn cheeks, feet and tombstones.
Bro, cheeks, man.
See
Gotta
them?
get out
You can
ancient,
see.
eh?
I know. I don't know what. So once again, we have the bounty runes, and you're kind of taking like a relatively arbitrary fight as the bounty runes spawn, and then they go get them, I assume. So Silencer goes and gets it. Even killing him wouldn't be worth it here because like he got 400 gold for that.
Yeah, that's how important they are. That's cool.
Yeah, they're really. Oh, nice.
Get it.
So you got the D ward. That's good.
And got the tango.
So I would still look to pull this. That's like that's kind of like the game changing thing here that I would say like you don't really need to focus on much else because there will be another array of problems when you start pulling and people start contesting it and shit. But until that point, the game will feel so much easier if you're pulling.
Oh, I'm telling you, I haven't even I didn't even know this was a thing, like pulling that. Like, I didn't know.
Do you wanna?
I knew like it was possible. You know what I mean? Like, but I didn't know that's like the goal of in the lane. You know what I mean? Like,
I actually played I actually played this replay where I was Lena support.
Oh yeah,
and I was I was offlane. So I'm not like in this game. Somebody stole my role, so I was fucking around a little bit because I don't think Lena's a good hero.
Yeah.
Especially good like for support, but I still kind of destroyed the game.
Because it's you.
Hey, thanks, I appreciate that. I think it's a Smurf. I think the people that we were laning against were like quite a bit lower rated than us.
What, your
So
Smurf is like 1,000 immortal?
yeah, but it's actually bullshit. Like my main is like 800, but I lost literally 9 calibration games because I played at my mother-in-law's, and she's on like 120 ping plus,
Oh wow.
constant packet loss. And I realize I'm saying this to an Australian who has to play on awful Australian servers, but
Yeah.
like my ping right now is 33. So I was playing with like 6x that and then packet loss. So
Yeah.
sometimes I would S cancel attacks or I'd S cancel like hook
Yeah.
and it wouldn't go through and I just throw a hook by accident. And
Yeah.
it's just, oh God, it was awful. So yeah, I lost a lot, but I really wanted to play Dota. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That server's actually pretty good. I get 24 ping.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Mm.
So as you can see, like Viper's being a moron, but I'm still heading over to just kind of like scout and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I see that it's just a Spectre and he's acting aggressive on me, but so I don't care. So I try to hit him a couple times. That was fucking bullshit. This auto attack canceled. I did not cancel that. Look at this, dude. So I go for it. I didn't S cancel that. It just canceled.
Weird. So what? Because he went out of vision for a half a second, it cancelled it?
It's weird because that usually you still hit anyway. It's just
Yeah.
some weird situation.
Yeah, once you start
But
throwing it.
But like basically what I'm trying to do here is just like I know we're not going to necessarily get the rune. I'm just looking to like waste their regen, waste their time,
Nice.
and then try to contest the rune. So they're taking damage. Like that's all that really matters there. As you can see, like they got the rune. They got 3 runes, which is
Yeah, that's what you said I should have done against the Jug. If they're going to get at least make them like waste their regen doing it.
Right, yeah, look at his HP. So like they're going to come into this lane and be a little bit worse off. And then that allows me to just pressure while they're low. Because if somebody's at like 60, 70% HP, they don't want to trade with you anymore. So you could just hit them.
Yeah.
In fact, I even go, let's see, sometimes I'll even go behind the tower before the lane actually starts and hit them. So I'm just standing in trees hitting them because they don't get vision of me until the auto attack actually hits them. And then that forces this guy to use his fire breath on me, which is terrible because he should be using it on Viper because Viper's the core.
Yeah. So
I'm just like hitting him and stunning just to effectively trade with him. Yeah, and as soon as he fucks off, I hit the Spectre because the Spectre is, he's the core in this lane. But like I feel like in this situation, if you're a support, you're pretty happy with what's happening. Like he's not casting anything on Viper.
Yeah.
Viper's literally full HP, full mana, free farming.
Like all
and then
he's doing
he fucks
is slowing
off,
your autos, which is you're like, well, I'm not trying to last hit. Like I don't care.
Yeah. But you can see from like in the trees, it's really good because he can only hit me once and then I'm out of vision again.
Yeah.
It's kind of just abusing the fact that Lina is such a long range hero. And then I went to like preemptively try to deny the creep, which forces him to use the dagger.
Yeah.
So I just was trying to cancel this guy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clarity because it's just important because he's sitting there spamming me,
Yeah.
So Spectre heads over. The moment there's 2 people, I just run.
Yeah.
Because it's just a waste of their time.
The boys.
And then when I go back to base, I buy a smoke because nobody fucking uses smokes anyways.
Get back to base, the lane real quick.
And then I always try to bring like extra stuff to the lane because otherwise, like if you go back to base and just come with the same shit, there's like no benefit in going back to base. You know what I mean? So if you actually buy stuff that you're going to use, then it's like your TP or your death or whatever is worth it. And the thing is, this goes back to like suiciding. This guy's totally fine with being here solo because he's getting solo experience.
Yeah.
So he likes this and they have no kill threat. So now once I'm back, we just kill this guy who was acting aggressively on him. I don't know if he dies or what, but...
Oh, he's close. Oh, the ass will get him.
It actually didn't. I don't know how he juked, but... I don't know. Let's see how did he juke.
I want to see it. He must have gone around the long way.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
Are you serious?
That's crazy.
But that's fine. That's fine because that leaves the Spectre solo.
Yeah.
So I can just beat the living shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
So I was trying to keep my Fiery Soul stacks up just to get like efficient harass on this guy.
Yeah, nice.
And then once the lane is pushing in and there's no support to contest, I do the pull.
Awesome.
Because like up until that point, it was kind of like we were duking it out in the lane, but we were efficiently trading regen, and the lane wasn't really pushing in. I didn't do any actions here that pushed the lane in because I was trading with this guy, he was trading with me. Creeps weren't pulling, creeps weren't pushing, but this was pushing in, and if this second wave met here, this guy would be free farming in the tower.
Yeah.
Because it would have pushed under. So the moment it looks like it's going to push under their tower, I go for the side pull. And then I also farm it. So I go for the denies because it's just free gold and because it fucks them over. And then I try to farm it as well because if I'm getting this experience over here, then I'm still getting levels, and this guy's getting solo experience here. And if this guy gets solo experience, oh my fucking god, a Viper with solo experience, terrifying. Like, he's terrifying.
And they're onto it at least to know that you've done this, and he's come over.
Yeah, and so I'm really trying to bully him off of this because I wanted to get the last hit on the Wildkin. And then I stun him, which gets me the last hit on the Wildkin. So like I got 67 gold as a support there. This guy got solo experience, and they're sitting here like trying to fucking take one creep behind the tower. It's just like an awful game for them. This guy even warded in the same location where he's just like so sick of me bullying him over here that he.
Yeah. Oh, this is
so then
cool to watch.
Once we get levels, it starts getting like a lot easier. And I'm just sitting in trees once again because like, when they come up, I know that I can pressure them, and they're nuts for going on him. I thought they were gonna. I don't know. I wasn't sure what the fuck they were doing. Just kind of hitting them because long range, lots of base damage. See, this is kind of the point where like we have an advantage, so we can just pressure them really hard and not really have to worry about like lane mechanics.
Yeah.
Because the game is just so easy when you have like a level advantage with superior heroes.
And this is like I'm getting excited to go play Offlane.
Yeah, it's really fun. So like basically here they're just low because we were trading with them the whole time, and then I land a single stun and it's enough to kill them.
Yep.
And most of this just comes from Viper. Like, this isn't even my damage. This is just Viper having like extra levels than they do because of the pull.
Yeah.
Like, the guy having level 2 in this means that when this guy casts that spell on him, he has corrosive skin. Spectre, if he daggers, like, they can't go on Viper at all. They can't pressure him at all. He's got a lot of HP to trade with these guys. I have 3 spells to use because I pulled, because I got the Wildkin experience. Like, you can see that experience-wise. So this guy's level 3. This guy's level 3 and a bit. Viper is almost level 5, and I'm almost level 4. So basically the pull and like a couple of other, laning things makes it... Okay, so then this happens too. So basically, when you go under tower and there's a situation like this, the incorrect move would be to have the Jakiro just be allowed to, like... What I know he wants to do, because the creeps are running to him, is he wants to farm these safely. So I'm just going to chase him to make it so that he can't do that. Ooh. So if he turns around to try to farm these creeps, I'm going to kill him. So I know that he's not going to turn around because I'm there, but if I fuck off, then he just gets free farm. So I've actually pushed him out of experience range. That's even more of an experience lead that we have.
Yeah.
So nobody's getting experience for these creeps. So this creep dies. Spectre doesn't get experience for it. This creep dies. This guy's going for bounties. So because the lane is pushed in now on the bounties, it makes it really easy for us to get them. And then I let him get them because I think he went for a bottle, but he was low, so I figured he wanted to.
So will you pull this next wave?
I don't think so, because it's pushing out into us. But basically what I was doing here was, like, I knew this guy was going to use the shrine or like bottle or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get some solo XP right now. Yeah. Because the worst thing that you want to do is like ever leave a lane to just be giving nobody experience, because there's so much experience with like the lane creeps. So that like little situation there, I want to show you that just because I think that's like pretty important. Like when it comes to laning, every single little thing matters. So I can see that this creep is getting low, and I know that this guy's going to try to deny it, because if he can deny it, that's a little bit of an advantage for him. So basically, I was just watching the creep really carefully, and if he was going to deny it, I was just going to use either a stun or my nuke. So I could see lingering vision, but then I saw that he canceled his attack. So I didn't use this, because I don't think that either one of my spells would have killed it if he cancels the attack. But in any case, like, if he doesn't hit it there and then hit it again, there's, I can just do this, right? So I don't need to use the mana.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it.
Chihiro's actually dying to Viper over there. And while that is happening, I'm able to get like solo XP up here. I don't know what the fuck this guy is doing. It's actually super dumb. Just missing like CS. I mean, I guess it's not that dumb. But do you see how I'm using how I use the Dragon Slave to get the range creep last hit?
And hit him harass at the same time.
Right. Like the harass is pretty good. The last hit is pretty good. But like kind of most importantly is he's not just getting that deny. Yeah. It gives him like 12 gold. Yeah. And then also it's the experience matters a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like this guy is just a monster. Jakiro's level 3, like he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Viper's 2 levels ahead of him, and I'm 1 level ahead of him.
Mm.
So at this point, I could actually technically leave
I was about to
the
say
Viper
that. Like,
solo.
yeah. Like, is that something you consider? Like going, all right, he can sit and lane on his own. I might go try lane somewhere.
I think I did leave actually. Let's see. I de-warded the ward.
Nice.
This guy TP's in, tries to fuck us. So this is good. This is like a way of making yeah, they're just fucking crumbling to this lane. So instead of having to try lane them, they actually came to us, which is great.
Yeah.
Super convenient. But you can see that I was looking mid to see if there was any kill
Convenient.
potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, that actually was really convenient. So now Rasta is here. So this is actually like a really good. The thing is, like the bot lane's also going really well for us. So this guy can just sit here and free farm, and then we can pressure up here, and then we get the tower. And there's no way that they can. There's no way that they can defend it. Viper is our strongest hero, so playing around him makes a lot of sense. Like I'm glad this guy made the rotation up here because this tower is just if you go with your strongest hero and you have either 2 cores in the lane with your strongest hero or 2 supports with the core, you just get the tower for free. And generally, this offlane tower is like the best one to get because it opens up the space for your supports to farm, or sorry, for your carry to farm. So we forced the morph rotation, which is good. Like this is all 5 of them.
Yeah. Well.
So it's space, you know.
Mm.
And we're killing them anyway.
Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, but you can see how like this game is just like slowly getting worse and worse for our opponents because they can't do anything about this guy down here who's getting solo experience. Puck is pushing the mid tower. We're pressuring them top. Sure, they're fighting us and sometimes killing us, but the lane is constantly pushed in, which means we're always getting the bounties.
Yep.
They're trying to fight us with like inferior early game, and then we're eventually just going to get the tower anyway.
Yeah, so at this point, you're not caring about equilibrium, or like from like when I said it earlier, like when I said would you pull, and you said like obviously you were trying to keep it to stay in there for the experience or whatever, but like at that point you're not really thinking about it anyway.
No, it's like I can kill them, so I want to kill them, and I can kill the tower, so I want to kill the tower. It's more like, all right, I've done the equilibrium laning bullshit up until this point. I now have a lead. Now I can get what like I accomplished by. Or I can get like what I was trying to accomplish by doing all of that shit.
Yeah.
Which is essentially just, and you can see how I'm looking to rotate to the bot lane because now the top lane is just nobody can go to the top lane. They can't kill the Viper anymore because it's just super unsafe for them to. Like look how fucking tanky this guy is. How do you ever kill him? So he can just free farm up here, and there's 2 people farming against him. So it's like that's why taking the tower early is so important because it opens up the map. That you can just have more people in another location, and then because you have more people, you eventually take a tower there, and that's how you like snowball out of control in Dota. Yeah. Is that you just have the tempo and you keep it. So I TP bot. I don't know. I didn't really contribute that much with the kill, but
the problem with our bracket is like I feel like we get the advantages like this. You know what I mean? Like we'll get like a lot of. Not all, like not saying like I'm doing it, but like a lot of the lanes like we're in, I'll get my carry like a huge level advantage over the, not just me, the carry as well, but he'll get a big level advantage, and then rather than use it, like he just sits in the jungle and just farms and farms and farms and farms and farms, and I just find like no one's happy, like fighting and pushing towers until they're all 6 slotted at like 40 minutes type of thing.
Yeah, so that's kind of why when it comes to like lower rated games, I recommend that people play heroes that have like a form of control over the game. So like essentially if you can play like a Nature's Prophet who has the treants that can push towers, a Shadow Shaman who has the Serpent Wards that push towers, a Jakiro who has the this spell that hits towers, Leshrac who has the Edict that hits towers. Like that's why I would recommend playing those heroes because if your team wants to farm like morons, not only can you push towers just alone, you can also like farm as well and then become a core.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why like Lina is pretty good too. Is that like if my team wants to just farm, I can just farm here as well, or I can sit up here and just constantly pressure this tower. Sure, I'm gonna die. Like if I go here and I pressure this tower, and then Viper just farms this area, I'm gonna feed every time, right? But they're gonna be killing a support, and then I'm gonna be getting core level farm, and they're gonna be rotating all 5 to kill me.
Yeah.
So
nice.
that's why playing heroes that require like your team to not be morons doesn't really work. Like I don't know if I would like Grimstroke or Disruptor or any of these heroes that don't like become a core, because you just win the lanes by being a good support, but then because you just don't have a hero that can control the game, it doesn't really matter. Your team fucks it up. So to have like a higher, probability of being able to end out more games, you want to just have heroes that can actually do it themselves.
So
like,
or at least push
like
lanes well.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you can push lanes well, then you don't even need to hit this tower. You can just push the lane into the tower. They have to deal with it. Go jungle, push the lane into the tower. They have to go deal with it. Go jungle, push the lane into the tower. They go deal with it. You go jungle. And then all of a sudden you have like fucking Yule Scepter, Shadow Blade on Lina. You're running around killing everybody because as a support, and then you're just a core.
Yeah.
And then when you're a core, it's way easier to win the game because then you can actually just 1v5 team fights.
Yeah, nice.
And it's fine to scale. It's fine to scale to be a core as a support if the enemy team's allowing you to do it. In fact, like in Dota, if you could have 5 cores, that's what you would do.
Yeah.
If it was viable, you know, because you're just gonna be better later on in the game.
Yeah, awesome.
So you can essentially do like what this Viper's doing, which is just farming and pushing.
Yeah, in the laning, earlier in the laning phase, going back, rewind our minds for a second. Is it like how I know like as a POS 5, like you almost don't want to be taking last hits at all, like, but as a POS 4, like can you take last hits? You know what I mean? Like, or do you want to just try and do the same, like just never take?
I would say that if your team is bitching about last hits, you fucking mute them because they're idiots. Like. If you're a POS 5 or a POS 4 and you're taking last hits because the enemy team is going to deny it, or it's because like you want to push the lane to have a better equilibrium or to like pull the lane back, mute your idiots, because like it is correct to do that. Like last hits don't matter. It's all that matters is that somebody on your team is acquiring the gold that comes from those last hits. It doesn't matter who it is, especially if like the enemy team looks like they could set up to deny something.
Yeah. Because
but
what about that's when the laning phase, like in the first like 2 minutes?
Literally on the first wave, you can watch Fly from EG. He will literally use the Oracle Q to get the first range creep last hit. He'll take it from Arteezy.
Yeah, no.
Arteezy won't even go for it. Yeah. Arteezy won't even go for it because he knows that Fly is going to get the last hit, because it's harder for Arteezy to run past a creep wave to get the ranged creep last hit because he's going to take a lot of damage. So it's just like, all right, Fly's going to take it, because you just don't want the enemy team getting that gold and taking the experience from you.
So you're saying
it's so much worse to be greedy.
Yeah. So you're saying like let them take the last hits, but if they're not going to get one, like if you can see where they're standing and they're going for another one, a different creep or something, like you obviously take it because otherwise no.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you're like getting literally exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I am sure that if you, I've recorded this, so you can like watch it.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be cool.
After the fact and see if you try to improve on each of the individual things that we've talked about.
Yeah.
With how you get it, you will gain a lot of MMR, because it's exactly what you said. If you see them and they're not going to get one because they're getting another one.
Yeah.
Then you go for it. Yeah. Like, that's a perfect situation. Or if there are just 3 enemy heroes tri-laning you, and you know that your carry's on a Spectre and that they're not going to walk over and try to get the last hit because it would kill them to do it, then you go for it. Yeah. Because if you can be like a dual lane versus a tri-lane and you get a range creep last hit because you're a support and you take it, you're winning that lane. Yeah. Because they're supposed to be pressuring you and they're not. Yeah. Somebody's getting the gold that shouldn't be got in that lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Just wasted gold otherwise. Oh, you know what I say too? Like, I'm like, if I'm like pushing up a lane and someone complains to me and is like, "Oh, bro, like, why'd you take the last hit?" I'm just like, if I as a POS 5 support